Hello again. I was having such a good morning. Got up, positive start, everything, got some food prep done, got my work done. And then I made the mistake of putting the bloody news on. And I'm so pissed off. We have got to be the only country in the world that tells people to work harder to benefit everybody else apart from themselves. We have the highest utility energy prices in Europe, and they're going up again. Shopping is absolutely extortionate because of energy and fuel costs and all tax and whatever. Everything is taxed. Taxes are going up again. And I was just listening to a Labour MP on the news explain the theory behind this new council tax rule, whatever they're going to call it, based on the size of the property and how many rooms are in it, the square footage or whatever. How the hell is that okay? How is that okay? What about older people who've worked all their life and paid the tax, done everything right, family have left home, and now they're living it on their own? What about them? It's absolute. You're going to have people move it. We have got, like I said, we've got to be the only country in the world. I'm not even going to mention the main topic because I can't, because I'll get in trouble and I'll get my account deleted if I say what I really think. But you've got they're going to increase. They're taxing everything possible. It's all going up again for the people that are working. And if you're over 50 or self-employed or you've got a business, get out the UK because you're screwed. You're screwed. They're just coming after that. But they're going to remove the 2-child cap benefit. Why the hell? Why is it my fault if somebody wants to have 6, 7, 8, 9 kids? Now, let's be honest, most people don't. There is a certain type that do. And, they'll fall into one of two categories. Again, I can't say what I think. But they're going to be they're going to be a lot of money better off. Why are we paying? Why am I paying for that? Why am I paying for somebody else's? I brought mine up. I've helped bring my grandchildren up. Why am I paying for somebody else's kids? I didn't tell them to go have that many kids. If you can't afford them, don't have them. And if you can't afford them, do have them. Don't expect everybody else in the country to pay for them. We've got such a, I don't know if it's because I'm getting old or not, but we had tough times. We had tough times. I can remember starting out. I had my daughter really young, and I can remember and having a lot of help from family. And yeah, we were fortunate. Family on both sides. We were very fortunate, and not everybody has that. But it's tough. You do without things. Things like owning houses, things like having the latest phones, having the best television, having a car, having all going getting your hair done every week, going getting your nails done, going getting your eyebrow, all these things. You've got to work for it. You've got to work for these things. And you've got families, and I know because I work with some of them, you've got families who are out there doing everything right, full-time jobs with a part-time job or a side hustle, doing everything bloody right, and they are struggling. They are struggling so much. When you've got, in any country, when you've got people who aren't working or won't work and are on benefits, better off than people who are going out working for their families, somebody's got to look at it really, really hard. Really, really hard, because there's something going terribly, terribly wrong. And I know a lot of people won't agree with that, especially if you are one of the people who's on benefits or got 17 children. Of course, you're not going to agree with me. But do you know what? It's the benefit system was created to help people out for a temporary period of time. The other enlightening piece of information on the news was we have now hit a period in time where there are 3 generations in a family who have never worked. Never worked. What is that shit about? What is wrong with people? We've pandered to, have we seriously pandered to people to the point now you get put in prison for hurty words, and they're only hurtful if, you know, to the person who doesn't agree, who doesn't think it's fair. I don't think people should be able to deliberately and purposely offend somebody in terms of sexuality or race or religion. Absolutely not. But do you know what? If you're a dickhead and somebody tells you're a dickhead, suck it up, buttercup. We've got people now so upset they can go to prison for hurty words. You get police cautions and a criminal record for speaking your mind about certain subjects. There's some things we're not allowed to say. We have to completely change our way of life. We have to pay more and more tax. They even tax you when you die. Everything's taxed. And you can't. And now the HMRC have offered this. They've always had it, but they've been a bit quieter about it. They've got a reward system. You shop somebody you think isn't paying tax, right? You shop somebody you think is working on the side or whatever, and you get if they can go out, if they get them and they can prove it, they're going to give you a reward, right? They're going to give you money, right? I mean, what kind of shit? Where does any of this make sense? There is not one person in this country who isn't paying tax in some way, shape or form or the other. And maybe if people weren't having as much tax taken out of the bloody money and as much tax added on to every single thing you've got to do in life, eat, breathe, everything, then maybe they wouldn't be looking at side hustles, and because they wouldn't need them. Do you know what I mean? So if you're stupid enough to work, or you're of a certain generation, you work and you can just sit back and feel good about yourself at the end of your working week, which you're going to be those working weeks are a lot longer now, because we're at 67 and they are talking about 69, right? So you're going to work till you're dead now, basically, so that you can pay more tax, because they need that money from the people stupid enough to go out and work. And I'm honestly thinking, I've always worked. My daughter's always worked. Her dad's always worked. Her partner's always worked. His parents have always worked. The oldest lad has worked from being 15. I'm beginning to think we're tapped. I'm beginning to think it's us that's got it wrong, and we should just sit back. And then you've got all these people who aren't working, who suddenly develop all these mental health conditions like depression. Like if you're never leaving the house and you're never joining in life, and you're not going out doing anything, and you're not interacting socially, and you've no sense of purpose or structure or routine, of course you're going to get bloody depressed. If I gave up work now, I work from home, but if I gave up work now, I've got structure and reason. I'd be on whatever depressants as well. It's all a load of... It's just a load of bollocks, isn't it? So my nice day, well organised and everything else, and starting, and it was just, why am I bothering? I mean, I've got to be honest. King of flip-flops there. He'll probably change his mind 5 times between now and 26th on what's happening. But if he's still the PM by then, that is. But, I mean... what's the point? What is the point of everybody trying so hard, of the people that worked trying so hard? Stop pandering to people. If you don't work, you can't have it. Start cutting things back, not bloody increasing them. It's pissed me right off. Sorry about that. It's pissed me right off. We are the only country in this, and I'm on about, first world countries. We are the only ones in this position that we're in now. And I'm not blaming Labour. I'm not blaming, because I'm blaming all of them. Somebody do so. There's got to be somebody can do something. And unfortunately, it is going to be radical and hardline, because it's going to have to be, because there's that much crap to sort out. It's just going to be a case of just... And it's got to start with money, and it's got to start with not spending it where it doesn't need to be spent. And I'm going to be, and do you know what? Anybody from any party who actually puts that on the table and backs it up, it's, not just talk, it's this is how it will work, this is what it looks like. They're going to walk into Downing Street. They're going to walk in because everybody has had enough. There isn't anybody who's not had enough. There really isn't. I mean, I don't want to retire. It's not because I'm sat here wanting to retire or whatever else. But I mean, even your pensions that you've paid in that people like could start drawing out, people are not doing it because they're going to take it. They're going to take it. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's so wrong on every bloody level. It's just shit. And it just gets worse. There's Christmas coming up, and you're just going to, a month before Christmas, you're just going to piss the tiny percentage of the nation off that you've not already pissed off with your absolute bullshit and nonsense. So anybody who's worked hard and done all the right things, you're going to be well and truly naffed off because you're getting screwed over again. And if you've never worked and you're just sitting there claiming, you're going to be rubbing your hands together because you're getting more money. So well done. Well done to the people in charge. And it isn't. It's not one person making these shitty decisions. It's crap. I can't blame people leaving the country. If I could, if it was feasible for me, I'd be going as well. So they've pissed me off that much. I want chocolate. So instead of going eating chocolate, I'm going to be good and I'm going to go and get a bar of chocolate. But how is anybody supposed to manage? Is anybody else feeling this frustrated? Is anybody else feeling this pissed off, frustrated and annoyed with how things are going? Because this is just a load of shit, innit? And this is why I get so irate. I can't say how angry I am. I get so irate. This is why I don't watch the news usually. I don't even know why I put it on. I must be it's like self-harm, innit? Perhaps I've got some mental illness and I'm self-harming, because I swear to God, watching the news these days is the equivalent to self-harming, because no matter if you were all right before, you won't have to sit and listening to that lot. On that note, I'm going to go and do some more cleaning and take my frustrations out with that.